So how about that? Yeah, well, try it again. Hit that refresh button or something. Am I on? That's right. All right, let's see here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
And you are looking
Oh,
as
shit.
lovely as ever.
Saf with the sub?
Yay.
That's a short yay every time. Yeah, 24 months. Subscribed for 31 months. 24-month streak. 2 years. 2-year streak never broken. Very, very nice. Very cool. Welcome, chat, to VOD Reviews. This is not The Matrix. This is... Okay, let's see. Yeah. Yep. It says 31-month streak. Oh, well, for me, it says resubscribe for 20... Oh, for 24 months at tier 3. My apologies. Almost 3 years? Holy shit. Crazy. Crazy. I've been streaming. That's almost... That is more than half of the amount of time I've been streaming, chat. Alright, so let's see here. I believe we have 4 VODs to look at. And the first one we're going to be looking at... Ooh, maybe I have... Yeah. First one we're going to be looking at is Chatterbox says, I don't know what to improve upon. Very well. Well, you know, if you're not the top, you can always improve on something. So we're going to see how and what we can do better. Let's give it a look.
Ready for battle.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I'm assuming this is like silver
Unlocks in 30 seconds.
or something, chat.
If it must be done.
Okay. Okay, so first of all, so we're playing a flanker, right, chat? Playing a flanker, and we decide that our first target that we're going to look at is, in fact, an Orisa, you know? You could have done many things here. You could have just blinked on, you know, this way. Could have blinked this way and went over here. You could have also just went around and pressured back here. You know what I mean? But instead, you decide, yes, I'm going to go and I'm going to pressure the tank. I will be honest with you, Orisa 1 is not going to die because she's just a very high survivability tank. And the second thing is she has so much armor. I mean, look at Quispy Wispy over here. Has so much armor. And because of that, because of all this armor, you're not actually going to be doing a lot of damage because you'll have damage reduction on every bullet you shoot. And so you really won't do basically anything to the Orisa. So you just shouldn't shoot her. And you should try to pressure someone else. Anything else, honestly. Although they do have a Junkrat. Junkrat is very strong, so you have to be cautious of that. But yeah. Yeah, let's go back to watching you, of course. Thank you, Meaty. Appreciate it. Thank you, Silent, as well. Maybe so. Maybe, you know, I could be blind if I just keep my head still long enough. Yeah, so it looks like we are kind of zoned out here. Probably because you did kind of go at a side angle that was pretty easy for them to watch, versus if you went from a flank angle back here with a health pack and even a health pack back here, you are going to be able to keep them distracted and turned around, versus like what you're doing, which, yeah, pretty much not too hard to look left, shoot a couple times, or even for Junkrat to shoot a nade through this small choke here every once in a while. Okay, so now we're actually pressuring the right targets, and then we go back to the tank. Yeah, I think our biggest issue here is you seem to be addicted to hit markers, because we like to just keep shooting that Orisa. Here we are actually making some plays, getting some squishies. Okay. Okay, the execution there was a little, was you know, it wasn't clean. Could have definitely been better. Okay, nice. Okay. Not sure why we go back to our team and not just stay up here. Yeah. We have 2 picks. We should keep the pressure up here. Good survivability to get yourself out of there. I feel like you use too many blinks to get yourself all the way out here, because now you're just wasting your uptime. Okay. Yeah, I think the biggest issue there was we didn't keep our pressure going. And because of that, we basically lost, started to lose that fight just because they had a number advantage and we didn't have much high uptime. So it was basically they were fighting a 4v4 and then eventually a 5v4 because you just used too many blinks to get back to your team rather than just trying to go anywhere else. Good pressure here. Nice. Okay, yeah, maybe the sticky bomb here when your whole team is dead is not a good idea. Because, yeah, there's just, like, there really wasn't any point. I mean, even if you get the kill there, your whole team's not there, so they can't do anything to, help out with that, you know? I think you just need to stay alive there. You're getting very tunnel vision on this Echo, too. It's okay to pressure her out, and then she'll fly away, and then once she's back without her fly is when you can jump in on her. You shouldn't be trying to chase while she's flying, because she will just be able to get away from you. You're tunnel visioning way too much on a target that can fly. Here, you need to... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say have to shoot the field before you shoot him. Nice. Probably didn't need to blink to the health back. Could have walked to it, and then you would have 2 blinks to catch the Ana. Oh. probably something else we could have done here. Okay, so first of all, you, like, knew he was back there, so I don't know why you didn't go looking for him when he was using his tire. Like, I feel like that would have been an easy kill. Then, we're fighting him, we have to recall. We blink back towards the danger, rather than when we recall back here, we can go through either one of these doors to get out of danger. We lose both of our supports here, so now it's a lost fight. So your options are basically go in and get some picks to hopefully trade and win the fight, which is probably very slim. Stall cart, which wouldn't be a terrible idea. Or get out, which would be, you know, to regroup. I think eventually we start regrouping. And we just stayed a little bit too long on the fight for the Ana there, too. Again, it was a lost fight. There's no need to fight there, you know? Okay, so we got... Yeah, I mean, you're still down in numbers. You need to just group up here. You're still down in numbers. Good stick. Good stick, but again, like, we're still down in numbers. Like, that's not gonna do anything. Okay, now it's like an even fight. There's no way we died. There's no... What's up, Skosh? There's no way we died to Martyrdom. To total mayhem from the Junkrat when we literally have a movement ability.
Let them up! Feed them al suyo!
Yeah, I mean, even here, right? You don't really have a team to group up with. Wow. Big headshot. Also note, it's not helping that Ana can one-shot, you know? That's kind of scary for you. Or headshot, at least. Which does, like, leaves you with 15 health left. Okay. Okay.
The enemy is pushing their barricade.
Good. Good pressure here. It looks like a lot of these duels, though, you're, like, not thinking about the other enemy's sight lines here. Like, you're always being pressured, not just by the one, but by multiple people, like this Ana as well. Also, jumping is not helpful, because it gives you a predictable fall route, which is probably why the Ana is able to headshot you so much. So try to avoid jumping so much. Nice.
Who's next in the queue?
Okay. Yeah, there's a health pack right here. You did not need a triple blink all the way out. You could have just grabbed this health pack and kept moving forward. So this kind of puts you back in terms of your
Back in the fight.
uptime. Not to mention, you just grabbed that health back, and now you're like dead. You know that health back's there. That's cool. I don't know why you decided to go to point either there. Like you're down. When you're down numbers and your team is backing off, there's no need for you to go touch this card. You have 30 seconds or whatever. So rather than trying to push this and make something happen, I would have just tried to stay alive and then gone for a fight. But I think the Ana having the headshot,
30 seconds remaining.
having headshot Ana has really made it tough for you to play Tracer in this comp. Well, Tracer, not to mention they have a Junkrat, which is very hard because he can one-shot you. They have a BAP that gives them mortality, which makes it very tough for you to get any kills. They have a Bastion, which is super durable, and an Orisa that's super durable. So I don't really think Tracer is the pick here. I mean, that's just really unfortunate too.
Overtime.
We have almost won.
Yeah, I mean, basically it looks like your timing is just all over the place. You are definitely going in and like dropping your ults and things when your team is not there with you, right? I mean, your team's all dead and you're like, let me go get a pick. Like, that should be the time where you decide to stay alive, lay low, and go for something else. At the very beginning, we were shooting the tank a bunch. We definitely should not have shot the tank. I mean, later, we definitely see that we're not shooting the tank as much, which is really good for us. But yeah, I think that Ana having the headshot perk has made it really difficult for us because we were able to just, we were just getting headshot constantly. And maybe that's because the Ana has good aim. Maybe that's because we're telegraphing it with a jump. Hard to tell. Yeah, but I think the big thing is like timing and really just grouping up with your team, really knowing what your number advantages are off. There is an option where you can turn on a sound cue for if you lose someone, and it plays a really loud alarm sound if you lose someone, and it also plays a basically almost like a coin grab, like a Mario coin sound when you're up or when you get a pick. So it can help you determine if you're in a winning or losing fight. So you can know what to play then next or how to stay alive through it and what exactly your next move is. So yeah, hope that helps. And as always, happy climbing. Okay, so next we got Skosh as Bastion, wanting to know from the last time if I improved at all. Well, I will say this, Skosh. Usually a clear sign of that would be win rate, and if that has increased at all, or even rank if you have climbed at all. If you have been playing for a week straight and you feel like your rank has not changed at all, then chances are you probably have not necessarily improved.
I aim to devastate.
But we'll see how this goes.
Ready.
I'm gonna
5, 4, 3,
take the glasses off, chat.
1.
See how this goes. Okay, looks like we're just going for some picks. Okay, so if you're going for picks, first you want to be shooting the squishies, like Zen, for instance. Another easy thing to look at, Genjis cannot help themselves with double jumping. If you see a Genji double jump, it is very easy for you to then track his fall and hit a headshot. So if you ever see a Genji double jump, try to aim at the Genji that has double jump, because he will be able to be predictably headshot. But then I'm also upset that we shoot some shots at like the Bastion here, when I don't think it's necessary. We eventually swap. Cool.
I'll put it all on the line.
Okay. Okay. These turret forms are getting fixed, but I still think that they're not quite used to catch the enemy out. It's crazy that your team just absolutely blew up there, too. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily peek. Nice, big pick on the Zen. That's good. Nice. See, like, even here, right? I don't know if I'm a big fan of us popping turret right here. This is, like, way too far back. You know, there's not a lot of stuff going on. We already got 3 picks. We saw that, right? We get picks here. So instead of you being, like, way back here using your turret form, I would have rather you try to use... And you eventually do it. You do grenade yourself into the enemy. But... You, yeah, I mean, you're popping it here. They're just playing around this corner, and they're going to play around that hotel. I think a better idea would have been once you get a couple of these picks, you come up here, you drop it up here, and now you have this pressure, right? Because here, they can choose to either play around here or the hotel, and now they're in very small rooms, right? Or they have to play way off, nowhere close to point, and your team gets point for free. Where you're using it, they're able to even play right here, and you wouldn't be a threat to them. So they'd still be able to contest this point here. And they can do the same here. They can play here, and so your team can't even push in, technically. I mean, yes, there are a lot of people dead right now, but I feel like up here would be a better option for you than where you're choosing to use your turret form. It provides a lot more pressure where it's at. Okay, another big thing that you should have noticed, right? You're shooting a Kiri. You launch over. Now we just see a Kiri teleport right in front of us. So this is telling me that Kiri, she probably has... No, she doesn't have any abilities right now. So instead of focusing on this Orisa here, you should look over at this Kiri that now has no abilities and teleported herself straight into danger. And you should focus her and kill her. Instead, you kind of are shooting the Orisa, which is getting healed by the Kiri, so it's going to take longer. And they actually might not die, because she just popped an ultimate. Yeah. Yeah, the Kiri. The Kiri. The Kiri. There we go. The Kiri. The Kiri. The Kiri's still alive, chat. I don't know how she did it. What's up, Bobby? Big dodge. I like that dodge. Very cool. Yeah. I mean, that was just like you walking in a straight line and got headshot a bunch. If you stayed turret form, you also can't get headshot, but, I mean, let's just go back. Is this really the best time to use turret form? He's already low. And then, I don't know, you could have probably stayed turret form just to be ready for anyone peeking like that. But also, I don't know if you kind of did just walk in a straight line straight to Zen. Like, the pathing was just super questionable. Okay, so we're probably going to... Okay, so if I were you, I probably would have... I know you have ult, so you're probably going to go pop ult. But you could have also grenaded up here, peeked around this corner, and applied pressure here to force the enemies to either play back here to duel you, or even play around these corners, or play up here next to the Orisa now. All being awkward positions than where they are right now. Right now, they're pretty comfortable where they're at. You peeking around here with the turret form would definitely provide a lot more pressure than, you know, what you're doing from this angle, which is like only shooting an Orisa, right? Not to mention, chat, remember, Bastion is a poke hero primarily. And because he is a poke hero, it is all about the off angles. All that poke compositions are trying to do is surround the enemy with their off angles and provide crossfire pressure until the team basically runs out of resources and dies.
I'm going aggressive.
And you see, their Bastion's doing the same thing to you. So, like, rather than you focusing on this Orisa non-stop, which is never going to die, you need to be pressuring this backline more. You need to be pressuring the backline more. You need to be pressuring the backline more rather than just having your face glued on an Orisa. Because you are tunnel visioned on the tank way too much, and Orisa is a type of tank that no matter what you shoot at her, as long as she has supports healing her, she will survive. How was my day? My day has been pretty good. I took a walk with my girlfriend earlier today. Like, I mean, not much earlier, like 2 hours ago. And we have this cool lake, and it was like 80 degrees outside. So we walked out to the lake, and we were looking at the turtles peek their head out of the lake. So it was pretty fun. It was kind of cute, you know. It was pretty good stuff. Yeah, so that was fine. Big pick, that was good. Now, okay, okay, I guess it just ended for us to pop this ult. That's good. But even so, like, why are we not getting more aggressive with these grenades? You're choosing to, like, just shoot the grenade at people, but you can, like, get up here and then you can launch yourself up to here, and a Bastion sitting up on this high ground, dropping their missiles down and raining it down on people is a lot more powerful than what you're doing here. Not to mention, this Orisa took the shield, and so now it's, like, very difficult for you to get around that shield unless you're playing high ground. So rather than just playing, like, you know, where you're at, I want you to be more aggressive with these grenades to get yourself to areas that you can pressure more than just the tank. Because you're pressuring that tank way too much. It's a very linear playstyle right now. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, and, like, this is fine, like, we're pressuring the Orisa, but, like, even imagine if you got to play up here, right? And Orisa drops her shield to block, like, the Junkrat or whatever, but you're able to play here and just pressure her. And then you can look back at these people who are super safe from where you're at right now. Can't do anything about it. But you start pressuring them up here. Boom, boom, boom. And then, like, you rotate over here or something, you know? Like, you're playing just very linear. I mean, look at your whole team. You're playing a very poke comp, which means you should have multiple angles, like someone up here, someone here, someone even over here, and you should be surrounding the enemy and providing pressure from all angles. But instead, you're all standing in one spot, so a shield, and does she have... She doesn't have spear spin, but, like, a shield is just able to, you know, constantly block that. And so it just makes it very difficult for you to actually get any headway against the Orisa. Okay, that was a good kill at least. But yeah, Orisa ult basically grouped everyone together, and then Bastion blew everyone up with his turret form. Looks like we aren't very comfortable with our grenade bounces either. It doesn't feel like we necessarily know what we're doing with the grenade jumps. So maybe we need to work on that timing or something. Alright, that was another instance where I wish you just waited to use your turret form a little bit more. When he's using when Zenyatta's using his ultimate here, you can't go into your turret form here because you're wasting like 2 seconds of it. Right? Because he's still going. Not to mention, they're popping it here. Why are you not trying to move yourself around, again, to avoid wasting your bullets into a shield? If you play over here, Orisa's shield can't block you. And so you can pressure these people. It's all about just trying to get yourself more and more off angles. We're playing way too comfortable next to our tank, and that's making it so that, yeah, we can spam tank shields and other things like that all day, but we're not actually getting the carries of the team, which is the Zenyatta, the Juno. Even the other Bastion we're sometimes struggling to hit just because he's getting off angles and we're not. Okay, good kill. Okay. Very good, very good.
Ready for battle. 5.
I will be disappointed if you are the first one that dies in this defense. Yeah, that you just shot a deflecting Genji for however long. Like, not good. You can time the Genji deflect. Honestly, maybe instead of just dropping it, I would have almost used it, and then because you have 8 seconds for this, and you're on defense where you are just trying to burn this clock down, just try to hold it for like the full 8 seconds. Make it so that they really, like, yeah, they probably get all their cooldowns, but there's one person that wouldn't have their cooldowns, and that's Zenyatta, so he'd still be a free pick, right? But you can use it, and then you can literally just wait for everyone to like wait it out basically, and that's already buying you an 8 more seconds. Not to mention, again, looks like you just didn't have any good targets, I guess. So you dropped it, used it, and then we got nothing for it. The reason you shot the Orisa, what's wrong with you shooting the Orisa is, one, it gives away your position, so now everyone knows where the Tracer is. 2, it's early in the game, so everyone doesn't even know what hero you are, so they don't know if you are a tracer or not. So you can easily get there behind the behind the enemy team. And then yeah, like there were other options that you could have gone to, and instead you just kind of shot the tank, which again on tracer just does nothing.
Into the iris.
Okay. Oh yeah. With that, nice. I'd try. So yeah, I mean here we're down people, right? So yes, getting this health pack was good, but you needed to go back here and grab this health pack eventually, and then that would have been good. But yeah, I mean, good hold for the most part. I do think that ultimate we probably could have held for like 8 more seconds. Here's another instance where you decide to use your ultimate, but like, who are you gonna shoot in your turret? Or you decided to use turret form, but like, who are you going to shoot here? Everyone's like, you know, hiding around the corners and stuff. Like, I would have just held on to this until like they started actually moving past this tunnel here. Because yeah, you're not gonna catch them out. Do not jump in the air if you are knifed by Queen. You will fly farther. That is why you died there, because you decided to jump in the air while you were knifed by Queen.
Anyone feel like stopping the payload?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, even here, instead of being so linear with it, you have time. Take the time to just go up on these stairs, and at least now you're at a higher position on higher ground with the option to eventually flank around onto the back line. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's something to do with the game mechanics. Like, there's a thing called momentum, where if you're in the area, you can like maintain a certain speed. Same thing, like, yeah, if you're on the ground, you will have the friction of the ground, so you won't fly as far. But yeah, if you're in the air, you'll get absolutely zoomed. I wish we were a little bit more decisive on who we're dropping it on to. Like, they have a Zenyatta. Zenyatta doesn't have any movement abilities or defensive abilities. Like, he should be probably the #1 person that we just solo ult with our ult every time, because we make it a 5v4 every time if we do that. And if he has his ultimate, he's probably going to use his ultimate just so that he doesn't get ulted by you. So I wish we were a little bit more decisive on just, like, solo ulting the Zenyatta, just so that they'd be down to support for free. It does look like, in general, that you have kind of been more decisive with using your turret form better. But I do think we could be more aggressive. Especially with that, with your secondary fire to relocate you to aggressive positions. Like, even here, right? Even here, instead of being where we're at, eventually we should make the rotate up here, because this would be very strong, you know what I mean? But from where we're at, we're just not able to shoot anyone. Yeah, I mean, even there, right? I mean, it looks like you're just dropping your ultimate and not even really thinking too much about the ultimate use. We're gonna wait to group up. Like, even here, right? You're basically, everything you're doing here, like, yeah, it's some damage, but it's kind of meaningless. So once you get low here and you get healed up, instead of going back out to peak, like, we could even go up here on, like, it might be dangerous because they do have a Genji, but you could probably even flank up here and get to here where we can start applying pressure from here with turret form, right? Just by taking a secondary fire and booping ourselves up here and then walking up over here. Or even, like, pressuring from this high ground up here. It's a little bit harder for them to hit. Those are, like, the two things I would consider doing. But I think we could just get more aggressive. And I think we just need to identify a couple more aggressive off angles in fights. Nice. Yeah, again, like, we're down on, like, they're down, they're regrouping. So you should put yourself in a better position for the next fight, so that the next fight you're going to make a bigger impact to it. Should also think about ultimates and things that we have, things that they have. They do have a Genji blade here, so you are hoping that you eventually make enough impact to outweigh the Genji's blade. Yeah. And again, like, there he is just popping trans. If you see the trans come out and you shot like maybe one of your ultimates, just hold on to the other ones, because maybe the trans ends and maybe you end up killing him anyways. Or they all group up around the trans, so maybe we can burst them down with the Bastion ultimate that way. Like, it doesn't have to be such a rush. You do have 8 whole seconds of it, you know? But at least we got him using trans, so they only have blade for this fight. But again, like, the angle you're at, you're just not able to provide any pressure. Oh, maybe I stand corrected. What the hell? Okay. So because their team decides to not use any cover at all, we get pressure on this. It should not have been that successful based off of where you're standing. Yeah, then even this, right? It's overtime, so they're going to have to come to point. So you could play a more aggressive position like here, so that when they're forced to run to point, you can just shoot at them. And because they basically are trying to... You know, because they are trying to, like, you know, touch point, they're not going to spend the time to turn around and shoot at you. So you just get free reign versus where you're at right now. Like, yeah, they're going to be trying to touch point, so they're going to be shooting at everyone that's standing here. And you're going to be one of those, you know, things that they just shoot at once they start playing aggressive. Not to mention, I think we're in, if I'm not mistaken, I think we're in gold with these. And gold players tend to get really aggressive in overtime. And that is the aggression that they should just constantly have, like, in every single fight. Because most of the time that when they are that aggressive, they do win. So there's also that. But that's why you should probably not be playing, like, on the point with the golds, because they will get aggressive and they will push and they will. Well, maybe this one comes out to be a win, but Yeah, it is a win. But oh, silver. Okay, I see. But yeah, I think aggressive off angles is the next step. So try to find aggressive off angles that's not like attached to the hip next to your tank, because I think a lot of the time the only thing you're able to see is the tank, and we need to be, especially if you're taking the like burst bastion turret with the explosive missiles, that should be something that like you get really aggressive with off angles on, because you're able to like burst down most supports in one or maybe even two shots. A tank, like, yeah, it's high burst for a tank, but tanks have abilities that usually negate high burst, right? Like take Sigma for example with his kinetic grasp. Like he's just going to be able to catch that instantly, and it's like, oh, now he has over health. Same thing with like Ramatra's block. Like he can just block it, and so now that burst does like nothing. So yeah, try to find aggressive off angles, and I think everything will be good. All right, Dipsy. FO1 HB3. So it goes.
Ready for battle.
Did we get a name? Bilzy the Alari.
Just another day in the office.
Ready for battle. 1. Attackers incoming.
Do we have an So obviously, like, I'm not sure what exactly we're doing AFK, but like obviously I would like a pylon to be placed somewhere just to have a stage. Especially if you have someone like a majority of your team playing here. Like maybe it'd be good to throw a pylon like right behind these crates just to have something healing them over here. You could also play it, you know, on the back of this dome as well. They'd still be in range of it, or even if you dropped it here so that once they, you know, need to rotate out, it will be healing them on the rotate out. But yeah, something like that. There it is. Wow, that is very unlucky, but we do live. Very good. Yeah, I mean, personally, like playing where you're at is fine, but I feel like it would be almost safer for you to play like up on this high ground. Just because here, like, yeah, we're playing a sniper, but we're also not like a heavy, strong sniper, and we don't know what the enemy team's running. So we don't know how strong their poke is going to be on us. If you played back here a little bit more, or even played up here, you're not going to really have much enemy pressure until they start actually forming these things. And then we have cover here. We can make occasional pressures out here. We have our pylon healing our team anyways, so... we probably heal. There we go. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this just looks like we're just, like, not seeing, right? I mean, we have our Ram fighting over here, and we're just, like, worried about other things rather than looking at, like, having an eye on the rest of our team with things. Yeah, I hope that helps, Skosh.
We need to stand in the payload's way. Enemy turret ahead. Take everything from them.
Position and healing pylon.
I got a whisper.
Thank you.
I've seen enough there.
Where's our pylon in all of this? I think your pylon's just out of position for this fight. It probably would have been better if you put your pylon here, just because your whole team's here. And then we don't have a pylon here for our team. Yeah, I think pylon placement's probably the #1 thing. Yeah, I'd say so, chatter.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard. Healing pylon out. I have to move the pylon. We outnumbered. Healing pylon deployed.
Natural cover seems to be a big thing that I'm seeing. You're just kind of standing out in the open, and you died out in the open every single time. Like, even if you're holding this blue box, or even under here a little bit more, you will be safer. I think maybe you're trying to be aggressive and keep a constant fight, but there's other places you can play that's not here if you're trying to do that, right?
Good.
You could even
I
play...
also have been having a good time playing Pokemon Champions. I very much recommend if you have a Switch trying out competitive VGC, doubles, or trying it out when it comes to mobile.
Hey, honestly, I'm not too big of a Pokemon fan, but I'm glad you're having fun with that. I mean, even playing over here is more, like, cool, you know? Or, like, safer. Or playing around this box is safer. Playing here is safer. But playing where you're at and constantly dying is, like, I've seen you die in open space, like, 3 times right now. And as a support, you should not be one of the ones dying first. Which, maybe you aren't always the ones dying first. But you definitely are not in great position to contribute to fights, and your pylons are not in great positions to contribute to fights. Okay. I like that we didn't shoot the tank here. Nice. Very unlucky with that, the finishing of that. And then, yeah, here your whole team's dead. So we just have to group up.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
It's gonna take us a while to get back to spawn.
Keep it together.
Okay, so we're playing high ground. Did you just... Your team's just constantly dying unstaggered, like, ungrouped, too.
Keep it together.
Okay, what is this pylon healing? Did we take into account any of this, anything this pylon is gonna do for us? Because I have zero idea what this pylon's gonna do for us.
They outnumber. Healing pylon deployed.
Okay. This pylon's a little better just because it heals you, but even so, like,
You are needed here.
could have used it to heal the Genji that's not going to be within reach of you, right? We're just not... These pylon placements are just, like, they could be a lot better. They're just not impactful to these fights at all.
Repositioning pylon.
Yeah, like, that's a good pylon, right? Been throwing a pylon up here to help him.
Positioning healing pylon.
Could be good. I don't know if I would have thrown your pylon where it's at up here. I would have maybe eventually tried to get it in here and try to throw it down here just to have a pylon, you know, able to heal down here. But, yeah, I mean, a lot of these pylons, like, they just honestly suck.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Yeah, there you should have probably just died on cart if you could have. And you should have probably died on cart before it capped. Like here. Remember, chat, on defense, you're just trying to stall out the clock. You want the light changed to blue?
I won't falter. Stay near my pylon. Moving the pylon.
Yeah, is it killer? You're also playing at such a long distance that you're actually not going to do a whole lot of damage here. I mean, look at the damage you just did to that Hanzo on a headshot.
Enemy contact.
Yeah, I think for you, it's pylon placement. That's the #1 thing we need to work on. #2 is positioning in that's not an open space. But yeah, I think those are the 2 big things we need to work on.
Ready for battle.
Stick with me and you'll climb straight to the top.
Praying for you, Saf.
We will be the lightning that rides the storm.
Let's get this show on the road.
The point used? The points don't do anything for me. It is all for interaction with the stream.
Forget talent for attacking my new home.
5, 4,
It is literally just for people to watch, get points, and then they can spend those points on things.
escort the
So they can feel like they're doing something to interact with the stream. It's a way of my viewers being able to interact with me. Well, believe it or not, it is hot outside.
Fixing that. Don't fight.
But I get what you mean. I could never.
Stay near my pylon.
Ghost pepper flakes, I could never.
I'm on the payload. Positioning healing pylon.
What is this? Chat. What is this pylon gonna do? Who is this healing? I hear her sniffling, chat. Like,
Healing pylon deployed.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they made it so you can melee between shots.
Enemy turret ahead.
I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna check that.
Outnumbered.
Come in. Group up with me.
Soldier 76.
Healing pylon out. Why isn't the payload moving? Alright. Positioning healing pylon.
Oh, very nice. Very good.
On my health.
It was a cage fight, so that was pretty easy to hit, but that was really good.
60 seconds remaining.
It varies by person. We're also playing like way too damage heavy on Alari. Yeah, you can melee between shots, yeah.
Killing pylon deployed.
We're playing way too damage heavy Alari though. Like we're not seeing really heals at all.
Positioning healing pylon.
You need to have a good healthy balance between the shots and then healing your tank. Alari doesn't really heal her damage doers because she usually throws a pylon to heal them.
Positioning healing pylon.
We're using our burst as well. I think too aggressively. Try using it to reposition mainly.
Fire it up like a volcano! Let's just stick with the payload, huh?
The payload has reached the channel.
My way. Keep it together.
We're definitely seeing heals more on this point. Oh my god, he just sat on her face. That's highly unfortunate. But you had to kind of know that that was coming. Should have just waited the shield out, you know? Good pylon. Ah, never mind. Maybe it wasn't a good pylon. Maybe it would have been better on the back of the payload. This may be a weird request, Saf, but can I have like a fork? Yeah, I mean, it looks like where you put good... Thank you. It looks like where you put good pylons is like when we actually start winning fights. And we just didn't really see that a whole lot on defense. Yeah, it looks like we take the booping, puts the people on fire, and I guess that's why we're using it aggressively most of the time. I think doing that is fine, but I think it's primarily not used aggressively like that. I think it should be used like defensively And it's just something that helps you win that duel when you're being pressured.
10 seconds.
Oh, look at this little turd.
Nanoboost administered.
They have greater numbers. Enemy turret here.
All right, let me check this. Play or practice range. So this goes. I'm pretty sure.
I carry my burdens alone. Estupendo.
Yeah. So you can melee. If they're close to you, you should be hitting them and meleeing them.
I'll do what I have to do. Double.
I think actually on Tracer. Yeah, it is a like, I don't know if there's a good, I mean, maybe it's probably not.
Get out of my sight.
Yeah. But yeah, you should be, if people are close to you, you should be getting any chance you can to hit them with a melee. But I think for you, the big thing is going to be these pylons. And just making sure these pylons are good things. Not to mention, I mean, healing should be one of your big things that you focus on too. Because that charges up your ultimate pretty quick too. So, try to focus on really pylon placement is the big thing. And then positioning, of course. But yeah, if you're like next to people, like you should be trying to throw in melees as well. But that doesn't mean you should be running into people to melee them, obviously. Okay, I think we have, what, 2 more? Oh, just kidding, maybe 1 more. Hopefully squeeze mine in for today if you're doing VODs. I got Diamond 2 so far. This is my first loss after a huge win streak. Okay, very nice. Pace of the game is so fast for me now. I was really overwhelmed with what to do for most of the game. Thanks for the tips so far. Still composure. Juno on Eichenwald. Juno on Eichenwald. Eichenwald is a tough map, chat. Very difficult.
Ready for battle.
Loompa Loompa. Alright, composure. Here we go. Yeah, so obviously, like, the more you play, the higher you progress, chat. The more you will get in terms of, the higher you progress, the, more the tempo of the game will be, the faster it will be. And in doing that, you're probably going to sometimes get outpaced. Which is okay, you're just going to have to eventually learn to adapt. A lot of climbing the ranks is increasing your actions per minute. And the things you basically are doing with downtime and other things like that. So, just keep all that in mind.
Defend objective A.
So honestly, all this seemed fine. I guess the only thing that really killed you here is once they started pushing into this choke, you didn't really think of a rotation spot, right? You're kind of just playing here, but we kind of know what they have, right? We know they have a Winston. We know they have, like, hit scan, basically. Which means you can't be staying in open areas, but you also, like, you need to be standing in buildings and such. So I think at some point, you should have probably tried to rotate probably back to here, just so that you can heal your team from afar. Where you're less likely to be dove. But because of where you're at, and because you use this ability on yourself, it made it very easy for the Winston to want to dive you, because now you don't have any kind of burst to get yourself away. And you're also playing right in the middle of the map where a soldier and a Freya are both able to spot you. So instead of basically where you're at here, where, again, if you move forward and then you used your shift to back up, you probably should have just been backed anyways. Where if you start getting pressure, now you can use it to actually get further out. And so I think that's why we get bursted down here. But you needed to recognize that, right? We should have saw that they had a Winston, and we should know that we're a diveable target, and we need to be conservative of using our shift ability within range that the Winston can dive us, because he will dive us.
Stop the payload.
Very good so far. That was good. Good. Yeah, I mean, even here, only thing I'd say be cautious of, yes, you clearly needed to heal them when they were going through this doorway, but you have to be cautious of what they're playing, right? They're playing a sniper, they're playing a Wuyong. Like, they're going to be able to pressure you up on this high ground. You actually would probably be much safer if you played, like, here, or even back, like, here with Juno. Because of how much harder it is for them to get sights on you, but you can still support your team from where you're at. So, sometimes it all depends. I mean, I like, personally, as Ana to play back here. Because, again, like, it's very hard for them to actually get a good angle on me from up here if I have my damage doers over here pressuring them. But where you're at, you're basically playing a support, so they're able to pressure the support line pretty easily. And sometimes you just need to think about, like, where's a good position for them to not have good sight lines on me. Nice. Yo, this looks really good. Nice. Yeah, we're kind of killing it, to be honest. This is, I'd say this is much better than what I was looking at before. But if I don't have sightlines to them, how do I do damage when we are full? Do you just chill? Yeah, I mean, so sometimes it's a hard thing to call, right? But I like to think, like, it's good to apply pressure to the enemy for sure, right? But you have to always think about the pick potential. Like, if they're playing one-shot snipers, it is a lot easier for them to get a pick on you than it is for you to get a pick on them, right? And so it's kind of like, it's kind of this whole, like, outweighing of risk versus reward. Like, if they're playing people like Reaper and Tracer, for instance, like, yeah, you should probably play up here and shoot all day. Because it's like, what do you have to lose? You're not going to be taking any huge amount of damage. You're not going to be taking a huge amount of poke. But if you feel like this is getting a lot of pressure on you to the point where you're probably not going to be strong against this comp, and it's game specific, then you can like move over here and maybe be beneficial on this side. I'm just trying to give you options as a coach on places you can play depending on those comps. That's all. But yeah, I mean, I get what you mean about like providing pressure, because yeah, I probably stressed that a whole lot when I looked at the first one. And that's probably because you weren't doing that much, if at all, you know? But so far, everything I'm seeing is pretty good. Okay, I'm pretty sure also Juno can probably jump on here, and then she might be able to jump up here. Don't quote me on that, but to me it feels doable. Maybe you have to use shift to ride up the wall or something. Yeah, I mean, that was just a little bit unfortunate. Clearly, we wanted to get the kill here, but Soldier popped his ultimate. You had to be pretty fast with the reactions to get through here. Or your other option was, like, again, play over here, and maybe you eventually can get a pick. Because Soldier can't do anything to you if you do play up here as Juno. There's just nothing he can do to really get there. Only way he can is if he might be able to rocket jump over here. But still, that's like a lot of pathing for him to go do that, so.
Thank you.
We just kind of got caught out. But again, it was really close. Like, everything seemed good there, too. Yeah, sorry, Bastion. Probably going through where you're trying to go through is not the best option either. There's a lot of pressure through this point, and it's kind of a big choke. If you play through the right side, there is a wall here, so literally they just can't spam through here. Your tank's on this side too, so even more reason for you to maybe want to go through this side. You can see your whole team from over here in this small bunker. You do have overheads, so less diveable by Winston. I think. I mean, not that you're going to use the flank here, but there is a flank option. But yeah, over here, it's probably just safer for you. You also have a health pack, a mega here. You have a mini over here. So probably is just better for you to go out this way. But you kind of did get caught out. So it's just kind of unlucky pathing, you know? Yo, what's up, East? East Productions. Yeah, that checks out. That's why we lose that. Yep. Not sure if that gate was necessary. You might have wanted to use it for your Bastion instead of your Orisa there. We definitely look a lot less frantic, though. Like, it seems like you're in comfortable positions rather than, like, awkward positions before. So that's good. Yeah, sometimes we do just get caught out like this, though. I'm trying to think of, like, what the overarching theme is, chat. It just looks like occasionally we do just get caught out of position, you know? Should have had shift there. Should have shifted there, because we do have shift, we just didn't use it at that moment. Oh, we didn't have it? Oh, I see, because we're in the middle of using it. Yeah. I think a lot of the time we're just caught out, right? I mean, even this shift, right? You're choosing to end your shift here rather than, like, here. Like, here would give you the natural cover, you know what I mean? But, like, you're just kind of getting caught out, like, in open space. And we're seeing a lot of, like, I'm getting caught out, like unnecessarily, especially with, like, what they're running. Like, if you know they're running a bunch of people that are playing hit scan and dive, you just need to not be caught out in open space. You just need to be playing cover and playing cover strongly. And really only, like, even if you position yourself, try to position yourself, like, here would have probably been better because now you have, like, all this cover to hide behind on your way out. Versus where you're at, it's like, you know, you just don't have any of that. It's better to just play Kiri with comps like this instead of trying Juno. I'm not saying Juno's bad here. I mean, you're definitely not playing a Brawl team, so Kiri probably would go better with the poke. But I think sometimes you are just playing a little bit too, like, even here, you're super out in the open. And that's why you got hit by the Freya ult. Like, you're playing right here, just floating around here the whole time. It's sometimes good to just find your corner. Like, even if you played here, so you were able to isolate, like, 1 or 2 targets, but not the whole team. Like, you're playing here, and the whole team can see you. But even, like, if you played over here, like, only 1 or 2 people could see you, or even if you played here, like, 1 or 2 people can see you, or you can, like, choose how you want the peak to go, right? If you peak this much, you know, only the Freya can see me. If I peak this much, then the soldier and the Freya can see me. I can also choose just to peek my Orisa on this side if I don't want to duel. So it's all about just, like, trying to find this wall and trying to find that healthy balance of, like, being able to choose your targets when you want to. Of course, Juno is also going to be someone that's more of a mid-fight person, not like an Ana. So how do I do torpedoes? Because I always go out in the open and try to max my torpedoes. Yeah, so, I mean, that's a good point. But I think torpedoes, if you do it like this, most of the time in higher lobbies, you will probably just get shot out of the sky because you're doing it with everyone seeing you. Sometimes it is just better if you to peek around and just use your torpedoes like this and hit 3 people. Like, it's totally fine to do that. Because if you do it here in front of everyone, yeah, you're just going to get absolutely blown up. Like, and sometimes torpedoes are good just to, like, chase down targets that are weaker, too, because they do home. So sometimes it is just better for you to just, like, launch your torpedoes on, like, weaker targets or targets that maybe you were dueling and they got weaker. You know?
Meet your fate.
Come to me for healing. I am on fire.
I think a lot of the time, too, like, you're bouncing constantly. You have to think that that's going to mess up your aim a lot, too, and mess up your accuracy and make it very difficult for you to actually land the shots to heal your teammates, you know? I would much rather have a Juno that doesn't move than a Juno that is jumping around like a bunny rabbit.
Ready for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
You will probably also, as you climb to higher ranks, you will probably also play nervous because you're in ranks higher than you're expecting to be in. And that's okay. Eventually that will go away. I believe this is Diamond 2. I mean, yeah, this just looks like your team's unfortunately unable to, like, group up. Yeah, I mean, even here, right? You aren't seeing any enemies, so you don't have to be jumping around this much. You can just chill and just heal your teammates normally, you know? Nice. You might just want to pop here. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I mean, the gate probably wasn't the best option, right? We could have given the gate to Reinhardt and have him go chase staggers and stuff. Kind of unfortunate that we couldn't get off cart. Yeah, here your team's all not together, and you guys really should just try to group up if you can. I mean, honestly, this fight looks pretty good, though. I think you just need to grab that health back, and you probably would have been fine. But it looks like your team won that fight, so we're good. Yeah, again, it's like a pathing issue, because, like, you could have just done the same thing but flown back here. Maybe not, because they had so many people here, so... But, like, I don't know why you ended up in the corner here. Like, this was probably not the good idea, right? You could have, like, went through on over here. Everyone is on their own timing in this lobby? Yeah. It definitely... It definitely doesn't seem, like, in sync. It's like 10 people all doing their own game.
I'm making waves out here.
I think what I usually tell a lot of players that are around this rank is, like, you need to come up with what your plan B option is if something were to happen. If you're playing Juno, a lot of it's going to be, if you get dove, like, what is your plan B option for pathing? And you have to, like, try to put that through your mind. So before it happens, you have that to fall back on. You shouldn't try to just be like, oh, shit, and try to, like, do whatever. You should try to come up with, like, what your plan B safer option probably would be in the scenarios where you do get pressured out, where you do get dove on. And you should have this for, like, any support, right? I mean, even Mercy, she should have, like, a backup person that she's thinking about flying to. Like, Ana should have a backup route if she ends up hitting a sleep or if someone does dive her. And you should just try to take all that stuff into consideration so that you don't panic as much. Damn. Yeah, I mean, this was a really easy one. If Wu Yong's playing here on this wood, you literally just hide under the wood. He can't hit you if you're under the wood, you know? Name is maybe later, and I dig that. What? Oh.
You're here. A hero heart would not go away. Even if she wants to. Let me help.
Yeah, so same deal. I mean, good on you to actually get out of there, but if you know that this Freya is just constantly going to pressure you where you're at, you could just chill here, heal your team. Yeah, she's going to be sitting here like trying to zoom in on you the whole time. But if you're healing the team and she's just doing nothing AFK, that's a 5v4 still. Even though you feel like your healing might not be impactful or anything, like, she's literally doing nothing and you're at least getting heals through, so. Yeah, just push payload. But even here, right? You probably should have had a escape route in mind. Like, you could have easily, after they show up here, you could have easily floated down here and then tried to make your escape route out of here, you know? But, like, we just, like, didn't think of that. Because then maybe we get a kill while they're chasing. Rotating without any cooldowns is very rough. I would have recommended you wait to use anything like that. Okay. Nice. Like, this is good too. Like, just staying on this bridge, right? This bridge is totally safe. It's a shame that we got off the bridge. But yeah, like, you could have just stayed on the bridge and probably helped with whatever fight was happening back here rather than doing this. Like, clearly there was more than just... Yeah, you could have helped the soldier. You decide to tunnel vision on a Freya over here rather than help a soldier. Finish this fight first, and then your team can move on to this fight. You know? And, like, if you stayed on that bridge, you probably would have been safe that entire fight. And so you wouldn't have had to worry too much. You wouldn't have had to be on a swiver. I think you just need to, like, find... It's gonna be ironic, because it's kind of like your, in-game name, but you need to find, like, composure. And just, like, focus on just playing that high ground, playing that safe route, and being uncontestable. Because if you are uncontested in your role from your position, then you will most likely carry not only the fights, but carry the game. Oh, big roots. Don't know if we needed the gate for us, but we'll take it. Weird pathing for us to jump into a queen ult. And yeah, we die because of that too. Like, even here, right? You probably didn't need to be on point like that. Honestly, you probably could have just been up here doing the same thing, uncontested. You could have been over here, uncontested. Like, you're just not playing the safe option. Like, you're not playing the uncontested option. You're constantly playing, like, in the middle, in open space, and constantly getting caught out and punished for it, which is, you know, what higher players usually do. So, yeah, I would just say try to play more, like, composed, honestly. And I believe that is it for VOD reviews. So I hope all of that helps. I hope everyone has a fantastic Monday. And yeah, I will see you guys all probably next week for some more VOD reviews. Yeah, I think East, you probably can't see East's chat because he's on the YouTube, but he's saying that you're not playing your life enough, and I just have to I kind of agree. You're kind of focusing on investing all of your stuff into your teammates, and like you're not playing your own life enough, and you can't really carry games if you're dead. So I think you just need to play your life a lot more. You need to be maybe not as frantic with jumping around places and things, and just be like more like composed and just like confident that you're going to win based off of where you're positioning yourself. But yeah. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming out, and I will see you guys all again in another one. GG's. Have a good rest of your night.